I keep knocking over my drinks on my desk and wanted a way to have a cup holder that could be hidden under my desk when not in use. Here is what I came up with. This was a quick design and prototype, and I'm sharing this purely just to inspire other projects of your own. Now let's dive into the design. First, I started off with a 2x4 that I cut to be squared as the bottom rest of the cup holder. Then I attached a 1x6 to the exterior using the dimensions of the 2x4 block to determine the inside dimensions. I cut these at 45 degrees, but the 45 degrees can be a pain to cut, so I have a simpler design proposal at the end that excludes the 45-degree angles. Next, you'll want to cut out the swing arm, which I use these dimensions. You may want to make it a little bit more beefy, but you can use these dimensions as a guideline. Next, you'll want to drill a 1/2 inch hole into the arm and hammer in a 1/2 inch dowel rod. The dowel rod length will be dictated by this hole depth and the depth of the hole in the mating surface, which we will get to later. Now we will attach the swing arm to the cup holder. I excluded attaching the 1-inch rhombuses to the front so that then we would have ample area to attach the swing arm. I cut 45-degree angles on either side to allow for the clearance for the person's hand when assembled when picking up coffee mugs. Next, you'll need to make a mounting block that will mount to the underside surface of the desk. This has to be taller than the lever arm to allow clearance for it to swing. I used a 2x4. Next, we'll need to make a 2x4 that is mounted to the block that is mounted to the desk surface. You will need to drill a 1/2 inch hole into this block. You can either sand down the dowel rod or just wiggle around the drill bit when making this hole to allow it to move freely. Be mindful of the clearance needed at the back for the mounting block. Because this device is so close to the flange of the leg that attaches to my desk, I decided to add some shims to the desktop, which makes it so that the hinge will not come off unless it is basically broken off. You could possibly avoid this by making the mounting block height closer to the height of the swing arm. The shim also acts as a protector. I will admit the underside of this device is not that attractive, so I would advise adding another block that basically acts as a cover and would also act as a structural component to add some rigidity to the arm. Final thoughts. This was a quick and simple solution that is a prototype and not time tested. If there are any problems that are minor, I will comment down below. Then if there are any major problems, I will remove this video. I did not use a regular door hinge for 2 reasons. 1, I did not have one on hand, and 2, this wooden hinge has more friction which allows it to stay in place more easily. Here is an alternative design that makes it so you don't have to make the 45-degree cuts on the 1x6s. You can just use dowel rods in place of the rhombuses to allow room for your hand to access the cup. That concludes this video. Hopefully I've earned a like, share, or subscription. It really helps out the channel if you do. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy one of these videos as well. Let me know how I'm doing in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.